All right, y'all. Okay. Here we go. Okay. We'll get started here in a minute. Got a few of y'all already in here, like 7, 8 people. So, thanks for joining. Just trying to get something pulled up here. We can get started. There we go. We got some good news too, man. Good news. Good news next month. Good fight coming up. All right, we'll get started here at the 5-minute mark, which is like what, 30 more seconds. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. A lot of interesting stuff going on, man, in the world of WMMA. So, we got to talk about it. And just some stuff that, we kind of wonder about. So, some things that are on my mind I want to talk about. So, here we go. All right, y'all. So, yeah, welcome back to another live stream. Of course, you know who. Combo Breaker 99. That's me. So, yeah, man. Just a few things I want to talk about, man. Just another chill day here. I'm off chilling. So, I'm just sitting back here in my chair in the office. And, yeah, I want to talk about several things here today, man. Good news. First of all, yeah, good news, man. Invicta FC 44 is finally here. The last few I thought were like, I guess they weren't counting those, but yeah, we're on Invicta FC 44 now. And this is a good one, man. We got 2 title fights on the line. Last time we were supposed to have a title fight was back in November, but Invicta was trying to find a home. Now it has one on with Access TV. Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about Invicta FC 44, 2 title fights. That's good news. What else? I just did a video talking about this fight because I haven't really addressed it. And it's one I'm looking forward to. Well, I addressed it because I wanted them to make this fight, and they made it. They pushed it out to October. Marina Rodriguez and Mackenzie Dern. I want to talk a little bit about that match. How close is it? How competitive is it? And what else? Xiaonan, like, what could be next for her? That's a question about Xiaonan. Like, I'm not going to say where is she. I mean, she just fought, like, back in June. But what could be next for Xiaonan, really? Like, what is a good match for her? After seeing the trouble she had with Carla Esparza, what is a good match for Xiaonan? Like, does she fight up or does she fight down? And last, I want to talk about Rose and Carla, man. Like, what's the holdup? Yeah, like what is the holdup, man? That is what I want to talk about today. And let's see here. Hold on, y'all. Where is this chat going? There it is. I had to pull the chat out here. I wasn't seeing anything. Oh, there you go. Mr. Lee. Yeah, man. Summer, man. Last week of July, man. Gotta enjoy it. Because I am not a fan of the cold. I am not a fan of winter at all. Okay, there it goes. I'm seeing y'all now. Young Mar said Yon has potential, but she needs to fill those holes. Y'all needs to fight down. All right, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, this is what I'm looking forward to right here. Invicta FC 44 is going down, man. It was just announced today. As soon as I woke up, I pulled up Instagram, saw Tanisha's feed was right there. Boom, Invicta FC 44. Then I saw Shout out to Marcus Bell. He had posted it under one of my posts on IG. He sent it to me as well. And yeah, said Tanisha was fighting for the title. And then you got Emily Ducote and Danielle Taylor fighting for a title. So that's the strawweight title and the bantamweight title on the line, man. So yeah, man, it is on. Invicta FC 44, August 27th. That's 2 title fights, and it's pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. Yeah, I will pay for it. This is a solid one. Let me see. And if you want to order it, it's on Fight TV. It's on FITE, that app, Fight app, where you can watch the bare knuckle fights as well. And it's only $19. That's the kind of pay-per-view I'm talking about, man. $19. Can't get mad at that. That's supporting the ladies of WMMA and just supporting MMA fighters in general, man. But oh man, I'm looking at this card. It's crazy. I just saw the 2 title fights, but this is the first time I've seen the actual card. So yeah, we got some good fights on there. So I'm gonna go down the list of fights on this bad boy. So let's see what we got here. Kicking this thing off. Invicta FC 44. I'm on their website now. Alright, so Invicta FC 44, as y'all know, like I said, it's on Access TV. The prelims will be broadcasted on Access TV for free on the Invicta FC website. Excuse me, on a YouTube channel. And then the second half of the card, the main card, will be on the on the pay-per-view on the Fight app. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely buy that. I got the app. I got the Fight app, so I'm gonna tune in. I'll pay for it, definitely. All right. Well, let's go down this list here. Got some featherweights. Hold up. Carleen Chandler. Did that mean Chelsea? Oh, never mind. I guess it's Carleen Chandler. Somebody's making her debut from Stockton. I wonder if that's Chelsea Chandler's sister or something. But she's not on the card. Anyway, all right. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we got 8 fights on this card. That's solid. Okay. All right. So, Invicta FC 44. They call it a new era. First fight on the card is a featherweight fight. Kayla Iontef versus Carleen Chandler. Yeah, I'm assuming that's Chelsea Chandler's sister, maybe. Or like maybe her cousin or something. I'm not sure. It says from Stockton. So I'm, assuming that is. Maybe not, though. First I thought they misspelled Chelsea Chandler, just put the wrong name, but it's not her. So it's Carleen Chandler. Let's see. Next fight is an atomweight fight. Katie Saul versus Monique Adrian. What else? Flyweight. Yeah, I'm familiar with these. Yeah, I'm familiar with most of these girls. Flyweight, Caitlin Sammons, Helen Peralta. That's gonna be a good fight. Bantamweight, Monica Franco versus Lauren Mueller. Y'all know Lauren Mueller. She used to be in the UFC. She went on like a 2 or 3 fight losing streak till they cut her. Who else they got? Oh man, here's another atomweight, Jody Escobel. Dang, Jody Escobel moved down to Lauren. She moved down to yeah, her and Lauren Mueller, they both got cut around the same time. Jody Escobel, she was like on a 3 or 4 fight losing streak as well. But dang, she's moving down to 115. I mean 105. So Jody Escobel versus Kelly D'Angelo. Yeah, Mr. Lee. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. That's definitely a card to tune into. Teron, what's up? What is going on? What else we got? Let's see. Okay. Into the main card. We got flyweights. Brogan Sanchez. Mara Barella. Y'all know she signed to Invicta. Yeah, she's back. Mara Barella is back in the house. She will be the 3rd fight on this card. All right. And let's see. Co-main event. Of course, you got the bantamweight title. That's Lisa Versosa and Tanisha Tennant. And you got strawweight. The strawweight title, Emily Ducote versus Danielle Taylor. So yeah, man, that's rounding out to be a nice card right there. What else? Excuse me. yeah, to me that's worth the $19. I'll pay for it. Yeah, Mr. Lee, definitely tune into it, because I am, man. You got some good fights up here. Carleen Chandler. I'm just looking up some of these fighters as I talk to y'all. Yeah, Carleen Chandler I'm not familiar with. She's a featherweight. Okay. Well, we were just talking about, hold on here. What were we just talking about? We were talking about Tanisha not too long ago, and I was just saying that, you know, she needs to be in a big fight soon. Like, she needs to be in a title fight soon. And they finally got her the title fight here in Invicta. I mean, she should have really fought for it back in 2019. Or, you know, whenever they came back in, like, the last couple cards they had in 2020, like over the summer. You know, I know she had a reschedule with, Tanisha was actually supposed to take on, what was her name? Hope Chase in like a full fight, a 3-round fight. Because, you know, they fought in the tournament for 1 round. But I think Hope Chase got injured or something like that. So Tanisha, she was pulled from the card. But now they're putting her in the right position. You know, in my opinion, I think she's ready for this title. She's ready for this fight. You know, Lisa Rizzosa, she's a tough opponent. But, you know, you can't count her out. You definitely can't count her out. You know, she's one of those blood and guts type fighters. You know, she'll go head up, and, you know, she will trade. She will go toe to toe. Y'all remember her last fight with a couple fights back against Julia Stoyarenko. I mean, that fight was a mess, man. There was like blood everywhere. Girl's head was open, and, you know, they were throwing bombs and taking bombs between her and Stoyarenko. I mean, that's their style. You know, a while back I wanted to see Tanisha take on Julia Stoyarenko, but that fight never happened. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a good fight, man. I think Tanisha, even though she doesn't have as many fights as Rizzosa, I think she's a bit more polished with her game. Her technique is much better, much more polished. Doesn't take as much punishment. You know, of course, Rizzosa, I think she's strong, relentless, and she has more fight experience. You know, she's 6-1. Lost some close. I think her one loss was like a close fight, and then, you know, she beat a veteran in Raquel Canuto. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I think that I think overall Tanisha, she has the skill to do it. You know, she could just make this an easy win. You know, pick her apart. You know, which I'll talk about it in the coming weeks. You know, I'll do my full prediction for the fight. What else? Emily Ducote versus Danielle Taylor. That's gonna be a good one. You know, you got 2 veterans right there. You know, Emily Ducote, Bellator. She's been at Invicta. Danielle Taylor, former UFC contender, strawweight contender. So Emily Ducote, she was looking to fight Ruiz for the strawweight belt, but some issues came up, I think, with Emily Ducote's corner. Some crazy stuff. I think it had something to do with the pandemic at the time, so the fight got canceled back in November. So Emily Ducote, I mean, she's finally getting to go for that strap. Who was that last fight she had? Oh man, there was that one fight she took on for the strap against Kanako Murata. And in my opinion, man, when I watched that fight, I was like, yo, Emily Ducote, she was taking it to Kanako. Like, that fight could have went to Emily Ducote. So, you know, Emily Ducote, she's not one to count out. I know we give Kanako Murata a lot of credit, but Emily Ducote's a tough fighter. And, you know, Danielle Taylor, you know, she'll have her hands full with this fight. I mean, likewise as well. You know, Danielle Taylor, she's tough. You know, she's some people think she should be an atomweight, but I don't think so. Like, she's short. She doesn't have the reach, but as far as her body, you know, I don't think she needs to be a atomweight. Nah, not at all. I think Danielle Taylor, you know, she just has to utilize her speed a little bit more and her strength. And Danielle Taylor, I mean, she's got the skill. She got the skill to make this a good fight and even to win. So does Emily Ducote. So it's a 50-50 fight. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's a fight I can't call. you know it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, I hate seeing one-sided fights. So really, you know, I need to see competitive fights. Everybody wants to see a competitive fight. Yeah, Colton. Sarge looks strong, man. Yeah, Sarge definitely looks stronger. This go round. I mean, she says she's been working on a lot of things, like her lifestyle. You know, she's been trying to train right mentally and physically. So, got to give respect to Sarge. You know, I think she's been working hard. I mean, if she stays on it, who knows, man? She might be in that top 10 before spring of next year. You know. But yeah, man, this card is on point, man. I'm looking forward to this. Let's see, who else I say was on this card I wanted to see. I mean, really, you got a lot of former UFC fighters on here, like Lauren Mueller, Jody Escobel, Mara Romero Barella. You know, all of these fighters that didn't fare well. You know, they went on losing streaks in the UFC, so they're coming back to Invicta to work on their game. You know, I mean, that's what you have to do. You know, if you can't step on that UFC level yet, you have to backtrack and work on your game, man. Let me see. Lauren Mueller was in the UFC for like maybe I want to say maybe like a year. You know, she was seen as the next big thing because she was undefeated when she came in to the UFC. But let me see. She went on like a 3-fight losing streak. Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. Yeah, like she lost to, I know she lost to JJ Aldridge and Poliana Mateo, but yeah, she was like on 3-fight losing streak. And then I want to say Jody Escobel was like on a 4-fight losing streak. So yeah, some of these girls, they had to leave the UFC, man, because they weren't on that level to compete with some of these higher level fighters. Like shoot, Angela Hill didn't beat Lauren Mueller, but she beat Jody Escobel. So that tells you something. Shoot, Jody Escobel lost to Hannah Cyphers, you know. So it was time to go, for real. So yeah, man. We'll talk more about this card because you know it's like a month away. But yeah, definitely wanted to make that announcement because this gonna be a good card. You know, I want to see some good title fights, and I want to see Tanisha rise up because I think if Tanisha bags this fight and she gets that belt, you know, there's no denying. Maybe if she defends it a couple times, the UFC might look to sign her. You know, they go ahead and get her, get them a solid bantamweight, man. So, and I mean, really, with Tanisha, I'd like to see them sign her because, like I said, they signed some of other fighters that haven't showed the skill she has. But it's like a blessing in disguise because it's time to work. You know, she's only 3-1 right now, so get a couple more Invicta wins. You know, try to win the belt, win it, defend it a few times, and then maybe the UFC will call. So it might work out better that way. Colton said I was surprised to see how small Miranda Maverick looked to Macy. Yeah, Macy's a big girl. Like Miranda's like 5'3", you know, and she looks big, but I mean Macy's big. Like Miranda's just muscle, and she's muscular for her frame and her height, but Macy Barber is big girl. But yeah, she gets up there. Okay. So yeah, we will talk more about this card later, just to keep y'all informed. I mean, you know how it goes. I mean, people testing positive, injuries, anything can happen. So somebody might have to pull out. So we don't know how this card is gonna go. I mean, it looks good now, but I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, man. I really am, man. I hope that everybody can show up. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. I hope all 8 of these fights stay on. I hope there's not a single change on it. I like all of these matchups. I mean, like I said, you got a lot of former UFC fighters in here. You got Lauren Mueller, Marmara Barella, and then you got Daniel Taylor. So hopefully nothing goes wrong. Hopefully we don't see them do any have to make any switch ups. So let's pray on that. It's Invicta Fight Church, so let's pray on that. All right, y'all. So let's talk Marina Rodriguez and Mackenzie Dern. Let's see. Colton said Macy's so overconfident she spouts off at the mouth. Yeah, man. I mean, that's in her nature, man. I mean, she's got guts. I mean, the girl got guts and she's got heart. She'll call people out, but man, I don't know, man. She got to catch up. She got to catch up. Her skills got to catch up with her mouth. So I know what you mean. Well, Mr. Lee, just pray on it. Don't cross your fingers. Just pray on it, man. Hopefully this card stays intact and nothing goes wrong. Everybody can show up. All right, so Marina and Mackenzie, October 9th. Good strawweight fight. I like this matchup. Number 5 and number 6. All right. So, Two Beats, what's up? I'm late. Do you discuss the robbery yet? Yeah, we talked about the robbery yesterday. Two Beats. We talked about the robbery Sunday and Monday. Yeah, I mean, I broke it down 2 times, Sunday and Monday. Yeah, we discussed that. We missed the live stream. You missed the live stream yesterday. We really talked about it more yesterday because now people are saying, oh, I see it. People actually went back and watched it and said, oh, okay, I see now. I see Miranda won the fight. So, yeah. All right. Hold on real quick. Let's see. Just checking something here. Yeah, so Marina and Mackenzie, this is a good 50-50 fight. I think that both of these fighters had a really they've let me say Marina had a more so rougher come up. Mackenzie Dern's a little bit more, she's been slid into the right fights, but she still has been growing as a fighter. When she got slid into that Amanda Ebas fight, I think that fight kind of woke her up and told her what she needed to work on. Whereas Marina Rodriguez, I think from the jump, to me, she's been in there with some tough fighters. Marina Rodriguez, I think she's where she needs to be right now. Finally, I think Marina, she's fought enough fighters, in my opinion, to showcase what she is, but there's still that other level that she's missing, and that's what's really making this fight 50-50. Like, if Marina had that one thing that we're going to talk about, if she had that takedown defense and that ground game, then I would say Marina would be close to being a perfect fighter, and she would be ready for that title shot. But that's the one thing that makes this 50-50. If she had that one thing intact going into this fight, after all of these tough fights she's been having, and she still hasn't really acquired that into her training, then it would definitely go Mackenzie's way. I mean, it would definitely go Marina's way if she had that ground game and takedown defense. Let's see. Marina's been in there with Carla, Calvillo, Tisha Torres, Randa, Michelle Waterson, Ebos. Who else has she been in there with? I mean, she's like 14-1-1. So she's definitely got the resume of a fighter that's one of the best, one of the biggest threats to the champion right now. It's just that one thing, man. Yeah, if you want to take it all the way back, Jessica Aguilar, you know, who's a veteran, she was able to beat her. So everybody I pretty much named has been a tough fight for her. You know, she's faced experience after experience. She was also at the time was supposed to fight Claudia Gadelha, but that fight canceled. You know, so she would have had a pretty solid resume. You know, so Marina, to me, has proven a lot, you know, just off of her style, but she just needs that one more thing to make her part of the division, like make her part of like the elite. Like that's the one thing that's holding her back, is that takedown defense and that ground game. Because when you go in there with the Zhang Wei Li's and the Rose, they have that level, you know, they have that other level to go to. Like Rose may be a striker, but she does have that level where she can still submit you, that ground game. And you know, Joanna, she's perfected her takedown defense to the point where she doesn't have to, you don't have to worry about her. Like Joanna, you don't have to worry about her being taken down and submitted and not looking lost on her and looking lost on her back, because she's gonna be that fighter to bounce back up, or you know, squirm and get to the fence and stand back up, and then, you know, break and go back to the center. You know, Marina, she could be that. You know, she really needs to take that element from Joanna to be, you know, just a stand-up MMA fighter if that's what she chooses. You know, she needs that level. And I think that's the only thing to me that's holding her back from elite. For Mackenzie, same thing with her, but it's the opposite. Like Mackenzie, you know, BJJ, black belt, and I'm talking like one of the best, probably the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 115. But, you know, the pieces that she's missing is the ability to get takedowns, you know, easy. And her wrestling, you know, if she was to incorporate her wrestling and her grappling a little bit, she could like put those two together and marry them together, right? Then she would be the biggest ground threat at 115. You know what I mean? Like Zhang Wei Li, you know, she's very good at getting takedowns. Like her jiu-jitsu may not be as good, but she's good at getting the takedowns. Like if Mackenzie had that level of wrestling and you know, ability to use her strength, you know, she would be elite as well. And to me, that's what this fight is going to be about. Like this fight between Marina and Mackenzie is going to be about who can neutralize their opponent's strength first. You know, can Marina keep it standing? Can she do like Joanna did against Jessica Andrade in this fight? Can she jab all day, piece Mackenzie Dern up, and eventually stop her? Or can Mackenzie Dern get this fight down to the ground? Because I really don't think it's gonna be wise of Mackenzie Dern to take this fight standing. You know, Mackenzie's been working on her striking, but I don't think it's to the level of it's not even to the level of well, I'd say it might be reaching the level of Amanda Ebos at least, since she's been working with Jason Perillo, but I don't think it's definitely not on the level of Marina Rodriguez. You know, so there's a lot to be proven in this fight, and I think it's going to be that type of fight where somebody has to neutralize somebody's game plan. You know, it's not just going to be a basic chess match where, you know, you're going to have moments, somebody wins in exchange. It's going to come down to somebody having to take away that weapon. And really, you know, that is Marina's weapon, you know, is her Muay Thai, you know, her stand-up game. you take that away, and she's almost defenseless. I'm sorry to say, I like her I like watching her fights, but I don't think Marina can really hang on her back. It's still a game that she's not ready for or uncomfortable with. Clinch game is good. Her clinch game is good, and that's what you'll need against Mackenzie Dern. You got to go to her body. For Mackenzie, I think the one thing I will say Mackenzie is doing that we all see is that she is developing her hands. Mackenzie has been working on her hand game. So if she is able to land a big punch or two, maybe that will help her get the fight to the ground. I won't say maybe, it will. It definitely will. If you can knock somebody down, damn, that's what you need. You don't need to always try to shoot in for a telegraph takedown. Knock them down, make it easier on you. And I think Mackenzie's got the power to do some damage, to get these knockdowns that she needs. But I know going into this fight, that's what Marina and her team, they are working on. Like, they are working on defense, takedown defense. Because that's what it's all about in this fight. For Marina, is takedown defense. And for Mackenzie, it's got to be the ground. Like, why make it hard for yourself? You got to take this girl down. You can't stand with Marina. You can only take so many of her punches. Like, might not even be able to take one. If Marina lines up the perfect right hand on you, boom, you be out of there. So we'll see who else has developed more of a plan B going into this fight, because that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be about developing these other levels. That's why I say, when I did my video also, I said that this fight, to me, is not a title eliminator. Like, whoever wins this fight should not be fighting for the strap next. That's just my opinion. Like, Carla, of course, that's not changing. Carla gets her title shot, but whoever wins this fight, they shouldn't get in line next for a title shot. They should have to fight one of the top 3 or top 4. They should have to fight an elite fighter. By elite, I mean one of the fighters that have touched the strap. Whoever wins this fight needs to fight Xiaonan or Zhang Weili next, or the loser of Esparza Namajunas. Whoever wins this fight, that's who they need to fight. Xiaonan, Zhang, whoever's not booked, or Namajunas, Esparza, the loser. That's who they need to fight next, because once they get past each other, that'll tell them, okay, I got another level. I got a plan B now. I can get to that next level. All right, I'm there. And when you get there, elite fighter next. If you can beat that elite fighter, then it's time for the strap. But the one thing I will say, I'm more so saying that about Mackenzie Dern, because honestly, this is the best name on Mackenzie Dern's resume. I mean, agree or disagree? What do y'all think? Yes or no? Yay or nay? This is the best fighter on Mackenzie Dern's resume. Marina Rodriguez is. See, Marina, I honestly could argue, if she wins this fight and looks good, maybe she could jump ahead to a title shot after Carla. Maybe. But Mackenzie, not so much. Mackenzie's on a 3-fight winning streak right now. If she wins, she'll be on a 4-fight winning streak. But that's still not elite level fighters besides Marina. Like, Marina's her best name. So Mackenzie winning this fight necessarily doesn't mean title shot at all. Or nah, it doesn't. Nah. Marina, more so. I could argue Marina. Like, if Marina beats her and looks good, let's say Marina goes in there, knocks out Mackenzie Dern, does it in dominant fashion, and she's hyped, she's feeling herself, and she calls out the champion, be like, hey, let me get next. Let me get the winner. Let me get the winner of Carla and Rose. Then I could argue that. I'll say, yeah, let her get the winner. Ioana's not in the mood to fight, she's chilling out, let her jump over Xiaonan then. And that's all if she looks good and she says it. If she says I want Carla or Rose, then give it to her. But you know, and again, maybe, you know, maybe not. I'm not sure still, because I still want to see her get an elite fighter as well. But it's Mackenzie, she's the one I'm not really confident in fighting for the belt, even if she did beat Marina. Because that's only one big name on there. That's only one name that's worthy, that makes her top 5 material, not even, you know, elite. Like when you hitting the elite fighters, I remember before, you know, back when this strawweight division was Xiaonan on top, I was like, you know, elite back then was, of course, Xiaonan, because she held the belt. It was Andrade. It was Claudia Gadelha at the time, before she, you know, took that big L from Andrade. It was Carolina, because, you know, they were the ones holding down the 1 through 3 spot, you know. So that's kind of what elite is, you know. As long as you beating everybody else, you know, you beating all the second, third tier, and you looking good, and I mean, you got all the tools to do it, that's elite. But Mackenzie hasn't really proven elite yet. Not with the Hannah Cyphers win. Not with a Random Marcos win. I mean, that's a veteran, but not with a Random Marcos win. Not with a Verna Jandaroba close win. To me, that could have gone either way, really. Like, I thought Verna did enough to win, but that's not an elite win. Nina Azaroff is a good win. Excuse me, 4-fight winning streak, right? See how quick that fight was? I forgot about it. Yeah, so scratch what I said. 3-fight losing streak. I think that's my video. I said 3-fight winning streak earlier. Did I? Yeah, I did. 4-fight winning streak for Mackenzie Dern. Correction. 4-fight winning streak for Mackenzie Dern. But still not ready. Still not ready for title. Not ready for a title opportunity. Because Nina been out for 2 years. Verna, that fight was close. Not top 5, not top 10. Random Marcos, veteran, but that's not enough to prove title shot worthy. Hannah Cyphers, you know, definitely not. Definitely not. Marina Rodriguez, number 5, that's her best opponent. But when you go down Marina's, you got Waterson, Ebos, Calvillo, Torres, Aguilar. Might look a little even to some people, but I think that she's been having some tough fights. And, you know, she had the resume before she got to the UFC as well, you know. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Hold on here. I was just kind of going through my thoughts on that. Let's see. Robot Chicken said he's at work. 2B said all top 10s. Yeah. Oh, he said he was busy the past 2 days. Yeah, just go back and check out the discussion on the robbery. That's what I call it, man, the robbery. Go back and check that out. Sunday stream and Monday stream. Mr. Lee said, I pray the UFC overturns the Barbara Maverick decision. Nah, I doubt they will, Mr. Lee. Colton said, if judges had to send in their scorecards after every round, I don't understand how fighters who pick it up in the later rounds get favored. Yeah. Ravioli said, Valentina could barely do anything to Joanna on the ground. Yeah, Joanna, her ground game, her ground defense is crazy, man. It's some of the best. High five. Waterson was able to slow Marina down with her kicks. Does Dern kick? I don't think so. Nah, she's gonna have to kick though. She's definitely gonna have to kick in this fight. You're gonna have to start throwing some kicks. 2 beats. The thing with these ground threat fighters, by default, elevates the effectiveness of their striking because the striker has so much attention towards not getting on their back Right, that's a good point too, Beast. Yeah, you're just a striker, you always have to be focused on not getting put on your back. You know, you always focus on that. See, a ground fighter, they can develop decent striking. I mean, they can develop C or B striking and be okay. But if you take them down, they're good. High Five said Marina will be able to control the pace against Dern. Colton, if you can be a high-level grappler and have heavy hands like Amanda Nunes or even Sarge, that's the key to being dominant in the UFC. Yeah, Sarge's only deal is to be disciplined on her own weight all the time. She just has to make sure she's on weight. High Five. So Carla versus Rose versus Carla is confirmed. Nah, not yet. No, it's not confirmed. That's why I put in the title, what's taking so long? What's the holdup? Oh, Lord. Don't tell me that, Jason Rose. MJ said, I want to see Dern versus Xiaonan. Yeah, if Dern beats Rodriguez, Dern versus Xiaonan makes sense, MJ. High Five. If Rose versus Carla is really confirmed, I do believe Dern versus Marina will be canceled. Nah. Why would they cancel Dern and Marina? I don't get that. Rose and Carla can fight. Why not? Why would they cancel Dern and Marina? They wouldn't cancel that fight. It's number 5 and 6. Yeah, Ravioli. The rankings haven't been updated yet. Jason said, "What's cooking? He'll behave." Hey, whatever, man. Whatever you want to do. Oh no, man. Jason said Tatiana. That's what I was looking at. Tatiana is out. Marcus, what's going on? Tatiana Suarez out of the Roxanne fight. You ain't behaving with that type of news, man. Damn. Let me pull that up. Hold on. We might have to do a quick news break. We might have to interrupt the regular scheduled program. Oh, shoot. Is that fight canceled? Is it really off? Suarez out of the Modafferi fight. What? I don't see nothing on it yet. Maybe it was on Instagram or something. Oh, man. Well, send me a link and I'll talk about it. I mean, yeah, send the link if it's... well, tell me wherever you found it and I'll pull it up. But, yeah. Back to what I was saying about Rodriguez and Dern, man. I think, like I said, yeah, there's no reason to cancel this fight. If Rose and Carla fight, that don't have nothing to do with it. They fight. They ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. That's a top 6 people. So, Weili and Joanna can fight. Marina and Mackenzie can fight. So, no. They're fine. And like I said, if they fight, that's really just going to decide who fights an elite fighter. Who might have to fight the winner of Weili Joanna. No. The loser of Weili Joanna, actually. Because Weili Joanna winner will probably jump into the next title shot line. So they would be in line behind Carla. So it goes Carla. And then the winner of Weili versus Joanna would get the title shot next. And then Mackenzie and Marina might have to fight the loser of Joanna and Weili. That makes sense. High Five said Rose might be pregnant. I ain't heard nothing about it. 2B said what Google say. I don't see anything on it. I didn't see anything on Roxanne and Tatiana being canceled. Maybe I have to look on Instagram. I mean, Let's see. I'll look while I'm talking. All right, but yeah, early pick. Who are y'all going with? Mackenzie or Marina? I mean, we'll talk more about that too, because I think this is gonna be interesting. You know, I'm really curious about who can perfect their plan B, man. Who is gonna perfect their plan B? Like, is it gonna be Mackenzie or will it be Marina? Who is gonna get? Who's gonna get better enough to step out of that box? Who can come in with a better game plan? All right, Xiaonan, man, like, what could be next for her? Like, for real, like, Xiaonan, after such a brutal loss to Carla Esparza, you know, a fight everybody thought Carla was gonna lose. Like, what is Carla Esparza? You know, everybody's like, what is Carla Esparza gonna do against Xiaonan? You know, there's like, she's gonna get outstruck. You know, she's gonna get beat up because she's not strong enough. But Carla went in there and just dominated, man, and made her look off the level. Like, made her look like she ain't even top 10. I'm sorry, but that's true, right? Like, Carla made Jan look like she wasn't even top 10. Let's be real. So, with that type of loss, yeah, I didn't think she was pregnant, man. Yeah, I thought I saw her training, man. I saw her geed up, man. Wasn't she geed up, working on her ground game not too long ago? Yeah, she was geed up working, man. So I don't think she's pregnant, man. Ain't gonna be on the ground rolling like that. Anyway, Xiaonan, man. After that devastating loss in 2 rounds, where it looked like she didn't even need to be in the octagon with somebody like Carla, what could be next for her? Like, I haven't been able to match her up with anybody. I mean, Amanda Ebos wanted a piece of her, but that was kind of too high up for her. But that might not be a bad idea for Xiaonan. I think at this point, she may need to fight down. She might need to fight down in the game right now, because fighting up, to me, is not a good idea. After what we've seen Xiaonan get put through, like the way she got put through the ringer. Like, what else can Xiaonan do against these other ground fighters that showed us how bad her ground game was? So when you look at it in her perspective, when I was talking about it not too long ago, I said fighting down is not a bad idea. But when I ask it now, you know, because it's like everybody else has a date. You know, Marina, Mackenzie lined up. Let me pull up the rankings while we talking here. Everybody's pretty much got a date. All right, because we know she's not fighting Zhang or Joanna. She doesn't deserve those fights. Carla beat her. All right, Marina and Mackenzie lined up. She's already beat Claudia Gadelia. The only name she could fight is Michelle Watterson and Nina Azaroff right now. She can't fight Tisha. Tisha's tied up. Ebos is tied up, right? Verna. Angela Hill's tied up. Amanda Lemos, yeah, okay. Yeah, Ravioli said Amanda Lemos, yeah, that would probably be her best bet, because she's not fighting up right now. You know, fighting up at number 4 means fighting the elite or for the belt. And no, she doesn't deserve to go over Carla after getting beat by Carla. So we got to fight down. Can't wait for another top 10 opponent. You had to get somebody in the top 15. And with Amanda Lemos jumping 10 spots, I mean, it might have to be done that way. It just might. I mean, it's not the first time, right? It's really not done, you know, done all the time, but it'll have to be done for this matchup. I mean, Lemos, Xiaonan, one coming off a loss, one coming off a win. I think Lemos deserves that spot. I won't say the spot, but I think she deserves a top 10 fighter no matter who it is. Because if Claudia's not going to give her a fight, Xiaonan makes sense. Because Xiaonan, again, her ground game is just not on the level we thought it was. Takedown defense wasn't very good. And you go back and look at her resume. Yeah, she beat Claudia and Carolina, but, you know, what danger were they at that point? Not taking away from her because she did what she had to do. But as far as where Claudia stands when they fought, how much of a threat was she? That was November of 2020. And then, you know, Carolina, she was already on the downside. I mean, she's been in some wars. So when she got at both of them in 2020, that really wasn't enough to elevate her to number 4, was it? Not really. Not really. That's why I say Marina Rodriguez, her resume is a little bit better. I mean, y'all's got some wins, no doubt. I mean, you know, but they're not the same names in my opinion. I'm looking at the resumes while I'm talking here, but man, I don't think so, man. You know, like Xiaonan's got to fight down. You got to fight down, and you just got to keep going down until you can find somebody available. Like I said, everybody's booked between 4 and 14, just about. So there's really three choices for Xiaonan: Nina, Michelle, or worst comes to worst, Lemos. You're going to really go down to 10 spots. To be said, is it really her best bet to fight Lemos? That's one of the names. I put it that way. It's one of the names. Not the best bet. It could be Nina, but Nina's going up to 125. Michelle Waterson's the only name available. She's already beat Claudia, so really Michelle's the only one available. And we're not counting Felice Herrig because I don't know if she's ever coming back. So yeah, I mean, it's really between Lemos. If she wants to fight one more time in 2021, it's between Lemos and Michelle Waterson. That's really the only names for Xiaonan right now. Did somebody say Xiaonan versus Zhang? Yeah, they wanted that. But then their the defense and their ground game got exposed. You know, that's bad. Okay, Jason said I put up the link. Tatiana Suarez is injured. Hold on. I'll pull it up on the Facebook page there. Let's see. Hang on. Let me pull this up. We're going to interrupt. Damn, man. Man, I'm really pissed about that right now. Oh, man. Hang on. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull this thing up. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, Ravioli. Yeah, 125. Yeah, she wants it though. I don't know. Yeah, she wants to move up. Yeah, bad news, man. Hang on. Jason said, "Why hasn't Namajunas and Esparza been announced? Could they be waiting for the return of Weili?" They could be, man. Because I was looking at. I'm still watching. High Five sent me an interview. A 2-part interview with Weili, and the way they're kind of building it up is kind of what is it? What's the word? They're kind of building it up like they really want to make the, they want to put those dramatics, and they're making it very cinematic. So they could be waiting. Oh, thanks, Marcus. I ain't got to pull it up. We'll pull it up right here. I got it. Appreciate that. Okay. So yeah, Weili, they're kind of building it up. Like Yeah, high five. I still gotta watch that interview. Like, I just ain't had time to start it. I'm always doing something. So it was 2 parts, and Whaley was really just the first part. She was talking about, you know, how it felt when she got knocked out. You know, how she said the cage felt like it was flipping upside down, and yeah, it was just like a big shock. You know, it was like a nightmare to her, and she really had to keep convincing herself that this really happened, that she not the champion. And that's as far as I got. So I'm gonna watch that first. I'm gonna see what they talk about in it, and I'm gonna see if it kind of seems like they're building up a Rose rematch. So that might be what they're waiting for, Jason. I know, man. UFC 266. I spoke too soon, man. 1 down. Damn, we had some good flyweight fights on there, man. All right, so let's interrupt here real quick. Tatiana off UFC 266. Fight with Modafferi to be rescheduled. Damn. Tatiana was expected to do battle with Roxanne on September 4th. Reports that's no longer the case. Sources tell me that Suarez is out of her upcoming flyweight debut due to injury. No, undisclosed. It says due to injury, Mr. Lee. Hold on. Suarez is out of her upcoming flyweight bout versus Modafferi due to injury. They were supposed to meet at UFC 266, but now the promotion is looking to reschedule the fight. Damn. Oh man. The good news here is that the hope to reschedule the contest gives an indication that Suarez's injury isn't too serious. The last thing Suarez needs at this point is another lengthy setback. Yeah, man, she's 30 now, so she missed out 28 on the 30. Damn. Been out since June 2019. She made use of physical therapy to avoid surgery from those lingering neck issues. All right. So, yeah, that's the meat of it right there. Yeah, she's out due to an injury, but it's just looking to be rescheduled. So, hopefully it's not the neck, man. Hopefully it's not the neck. I know she had a broken hand. I know she was having some disc problems at the back, too, man. So, I'm like, damn, yo, come on. I'm not mad at her. I'm just saying, like, why can't things just get right for her? Like, not saying it's her fault, but I mean, why can't life go her way, man? Like, these injuries, man, at this age. I hate to see that. High Five said Whaley's in the right mindset now. Dana will like it. Whaley versus Rose will still be event of the year. Fight of the year, not Rose versus Carla. I like Rose versus Carla right now, though, man. Like, Carla has been grinding, man. I got to give respect where respect is due. Carla has been grinding, 5-fight winning streak, and she's waited 7 years. She's been that humble to wait 7 years to. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that part in a minute because that's the last segment. Yeah, Robot. Yeah, injured. Yeah, we'll talk about Rose and Carla in a minute. That's the last part. So, Marcus says something fishy is going on because Taylor was supposed to fight Roxanne, and now her fight is being rescheduled against Mandy Bone, while Tatiana might get rescheduled with Roxanne. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, Roxanne is still getting her Tatiana fight, but when she went out for surgery and came back, she didn't ask for Taylor. Like, why can't she get Taylor Santos? Like, what they need to do is give Mandy Bone like an unranked fighter and put Taylor and Roxanne together. That's me. I think I'm going to do a video talking about that. With Tatiana Suarez out, I would take Roxanne and Taylor and match them up and put Mandy Bone in there with an unranked fighter. Right, I remember when Tatiana's UFC debut, it took her almost a year to come back. Yeah, man. tired of like the stuff she's going through. Like I feel bad for her, man. But yeah, my thoughts, man. That's crushing, man. That's crushing, man. 2B said, is Tatiana really an easier fight? Well, when you look at the dynamics of, when you look at the particulars of it, I mean, it's not that she's easier. 2B, it's the fact that she's been out 2 years. Remember this, she's been out 2 years, and this is her first fight at flyweight. So Taylor's a tough fighter. Like I don't necessarily think Roxanne is that type to duck. Like I'm trying to go out on a limb here, but I'm trying not to think she's the type to duck, because she's fought the best. She's fought the best fighters, and I mean her resume. Why would she duck when she has like over 20 losses anyway, right? But Taylor Santos is more active. Like, why would you not take that fight? Like, on paper, Tatiana looks like the easier fighter, yeah, because first fight at flyweight, and she's been out for 2 years, multiple injuries. Taylor Santos, no. She's active, wants to be active, tough, strong, active, and ready to go. So, I mean, again, it sounds like Tatiana would be the easier fight, but I mean, I don't know if that's the case. Like, I'm not basing that. Let me put it this way. I'm not saying that Roxanne is ducking, but if you would have asked me who would be the easier opponent for her right now, I would say on paper Tatiana is, because she's never fought at flyweight. She hasn't fought in 2 years. Back, broken hand, neck, all of these injuries, you know, all of that could come in. Something could come into play that night. BJ, what's up? Something could come into play that night. And I'm not saying, you know, what do y'all talk? Oh yeah, strategical. I don't even think that's a strategical duck. It might just be something she wants because it's a name. I don't know. Roxanne versus Montana. I mean, shoot, why not? Jason Rose said Marcus Bell. Yeah, Modafari was scheduled to fight Taylor. Modafari had leg injury, operation, crucial or strategical duck. Definitely crucial, but yeah, it could have been rescheduled. Because Mandy Bohm, she doesn't really deserve a top 15 yet. She just got here. You know what I mean? Like, Mandy Bohm needs to be in there with the unranked fighter. You know, she needs to be an unranked fighter. That's logical thinking for me. You know, Mandy Bohm is not really a fighter that needs to be in there with Taylor right now. That's why I say take her out, give her unranked, and then put Taylor and Roxanne together. They're supposed to fight the same month anyway. September now. High Five says Santos is moving up in ranking faster than Manon, but I do believe Manon is the real deal and the right foe for Valentina. Well, Santos moving up faster because she was here first. You know, Santos was in the UFC first. Santos has been in the UFC for, what, 3 years now? It's just been a lot of dang on cancellations. All these damn cancellations, man. It's like, come on. And it's not her canceling. So, 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, she's been in there 2 years. And they got the same number of fights, so, I mean, BJ said just sent Montana a message. What'd you tell her? Oh, about the fight? Okay. You telling her to call out Miranda? Yeah, they can make that fight. Yeah, make that fight. 2B said he's not sold on Taylor yet. I consider Lemos more dangerous. Well, yeah. I mean, that's your opinion. I'm looking at I think for me it comes down to what they bring to their divisions. Like, I see Taylor a threat for her division because of flyweights or grappler heavy, clinch heavy, wrestling heavy, a lot of ground fighters. You know what I mean? So Taylor's a threat in that manner. Yeah, Lemos definitely a dangerous fighter for her division because she's got the stand-up needed to knock a lot of these girls out the box. Like, Lemos is a danger to strawweight in her own right. It's Taylor Santos is a danger to the flyweight division in her own right because both divisions, these divisions, they have, they're different style dominant, if that makes sense. They're the different style dominant. Like, the top 10, I'm seeing a lot of fighters with more so ground game, and I think Taylor Santos has that ground game to be effective to get her to a title shot. Lemos, she's a danger because she's got that stand up that none of these other ladies have that could be a danger to the champion. Like, Lemos got a style that could be a, throw. It could give fits to Weili. Lemos got that style that could knock Mackenzie Dern out the box. Perfectly timed punch from Lemos could knock out Rose, right? So I see him as a danger in the same way. Like, Taylor, you go back and look at some of her early fights. She's very strong. She's lengthy. I think, she learns how to, hit and not get hit. She could be more of a power puncher. She's a hard hitter. Yeah, Taylor Santos, I'm sold on. I mean, to a certain extent. Like, when I say potential, I'm not saying they're like ready for Valentina, but they have something that's going to get them there. And Taylor Santos has what Lemos has for her division, if that makes sense. Taylor's got the tools she needs for her division. Lemos got the tools she needs for her division. That's all I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. That's why I'm kind of sold on it. Lemos versus Waterson is locked. Oh, he said call out Roxanne. Jillian versus Roxanne would be good. I mean, if Jillian can beat Roxanne, some is forgiven about some of her performances. If she can beat Roxanne, some is forgiven. Man, you put Jillian in there with Sarge, though, man. Sarge going, Lemos versus Waterson is on lock. Hold on now. Y'all bringing some shocking news and some good news. Hold on now. Amanda Lemos calls out Torres and Waterson. I see that. That's what I'm talking about. Amanda Lemos is on point. She's climbing the rankings. She said, look, I want Tisha. I want Waterson. I wonder if those are the two fighters that didn't want to fight her. I know Torres was one of them, but man, y'all add more topics on here, man, so I can't even get to the last one. Hold on. Oh, Robertson said she would take the fight with Roxanne. Okay, BJ said Lemos and Waterson is not locked. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see Lemos and Waterson on lock. I know she called him out. Hold on, I gotta make a note of that though, cause That's something we gotta ask for there. I'm gonna talk about that right there. Yeah, she calling Torres out more so because Torres didn't want to fight her. You know, that's the thing she's saying. So, all right. All right, hang on. All right, Tenzi. Wow. Yeah, I was like, I was too busy. I didn't see that. I was like, what? Yeah, Tatiana be putting names out there. Like, Tatiana wanted to fight Joanna a while back, and Joanna didn't want to fight. Tatiana put that out there. Like, it was on her IG. Yeah, I saw that a while back, man. I was like, yo, Tatiana called Joanna out. She called out Waterson. All right, BJ said Montana just wrote back. She's trying to get that fight with Roxanne. Yeah, whoever gets it, I don't care, man. Like, I mean, Taylor and Roxanne, they need to reschedule that. You know, they need to switch that up. Taylor and Roxanne need to fight, and then take Mandy Boehm in there with Jillian or Montana. All right, hold on. Yeah. Go ahead and send it, BJ. I got my phone right here. Okay, let's see here. 2B says Sarge healthy, making flyweight is interesting. Yeah, like Sarge just threw she just threw her behind into the division and said, "Look, I'm here. Like, I'm taking over." Okay, yeah, I see BJ. Okay, Montana. Okay, was Montana responding? I was like, okay. She said that she trying to get it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. We get some good fights though. Roxanne versus Manon would be great. Hey, I want to see Manon, take out. Well, I want to see Manon perform against Myra Buena Silva first, and then we'll talk. To be said, what Sarge's ceiling if her issues with weight are in the past? I think if her weight issues are in the past, I think she could get to the title shot pretty soon. Like, if they give her the right fights, I think not Tatiana. I think Sarge could get there. Like, she could get there. There's really no cap on her ceiling right now. I think she could get there. Like, with the right fights and her weight issues are behind her, she just got to get past them girls like Andrade and so on, man. Got to get past Andrade and, not Andrade, Viviana Araujo and then Andrade, something like that. But I think Sarge, weight issues behind her, I think it's, sky's the limit, really. Because she changing her lifestyle, I think. It's really gonna be her last go round where she can, really, really be able to excel. That's to me. Yep. Yeah, Montana might get it because maybe she's got a similar style, similar body frame like Tatiana, so they might give her that. So Roxanne won't, have a total switch up. But yeah, I got to talk about I gotta talk about Sarge more in the video too, man, because Sarge is looking good for this first fight. Like I said, the mismatch, put that aside, but physically she looks good. No, I don't think Caitlin Chikagian and Sarge will fight because they train together. So she'll probably fight one gatekeeper, and that's Andrade. You know, they're pretty tight. You know, Caitlin and Sarge are pretty tight. So I don't see that fight happening. It would have to be Sarge and the other gatekeeper, Andrade. No, Sarge and Araujo got to be the fight. I don't know why nobody... Sarge and Macy Barber. No, they know what Sarge would do. Yeah, Marcus. Sarge might end up fighting Roxanne. You don't know. You know, Sarge had an easy night. Sarge is still on weight. Sarge might go up in there in September and shake it up, man. I mean, one quick round last Saturday, shoot, she'd be ready to go again. But then she already beat her, man. Sarge might end up stopping Roxanne this time around. I mean, she beat her up the first time. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jason. Jason. I really don't think Tisha was ducking that fight with Lemos. Lemos has fought the best. I mean, excuse me, Torres has fought the best. So I don't think she's really trying to duck that, man. I mean, yeah, I always bring that up. Like, Tisha doesn't really duck anybody. That's why every time she mentions that, I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't think so. Maybe she was, like I said, looking for a higher fight, which I had to give her props for. You know, Torres fought the best, man. Whether she lose or win, I don't see her ducking Lemos, though. It'd be just that she can't make weight. If she stays close to it, man, if she stays right around the area where it ain't too hard to drop, 6 or 7 pounds throughout the next few weeks during the month, yeah, man. Yeah, Jason broke that news now that De La Rosa might get that fight. De La Rosa, she coming off her win. Ariane Lipsky, she trying to get her a fight. It's going to be between her and Jillian, I guess. I mean, that's still Taylor's fight, in my opinion. That's what Taylor needed to get it, man. Taylor needed that top 10 fight. I'm just saying. But, yeah, let me jump to this topic, man. Rose and Carla. What's the holdup, man? Two Beasts. That's what I really want to talk about. Like, what's the holdup on this fight? I just want to talk about the fight in general, man. Like, why is it taking so long to get this thing underway? Like, what is it Dana White's holding on to? I mean, like, you get this fight in the mix, it's time to go. Like, come on, man. Like, put it on a card. Go ahead and stamp the date. It's not gonna hurt your potential Zhang Weili fight. I mean, it could if Carla wins, right? But it's just a fight that needs to happen right now. I think fans really want to just see a good fight at this point. I know everybody wants to see Zhang Weili bounce back, but I mean, that was a devastating first round knockout. It wasn't really like a back and forth action fight to make us petition for a rematch. I mean, I'm cool with Zhang Weili getting another crack at some point, but I think this is the fight that happened right now. Because going back to what I wanted to, jump back to, I almost started talking about was Carla. Like, Carla deserves this shot a little more. than Zhang at this point. You know, Carla has not touched that strap in 7 years. You know, that's one of the things I want to bring up about this fight is like, it's got to happen. Like, Carla is on her 5-fight winning streak, and she's been doing what she needed to do to get back to the top. You know, she's been doing this thing for 5 years. In 7 years. For the past 7 years, you know, she hasn't really been in talks, but she's just been slowly getting back to, you know, up the rankings, doing what she got to do. You know, since then, Rose, she's touched the belt twice. You know, so I think it's only right this fight happens, whether fans want it or not, because I think Rose wants this fight. I really don't see any reason why Rose wouldn't want this fight, because this is her point to right or wrong. You know, she could right or wrong. You know, she's got a chance to fight Andrade again. She's fought Xiaonan and beat her twice. So I really don't see her ducking this fight. I think it's just the powers that be are kind of holding this thing up because they feel Zhang Weili needs to jump ahead and get that fight, which Zhang is ahead of Carla. You know, no argument there. You know, she's still number one. She did hold the belt last. But is it too soon for Zhang to get back in there? I think so, man, because I have to watch this whole interview that High Five sent. But from what I was hearing, it just seemed like, you know, there was a lot of things that needed to be worked on mentally. You know what I mean? Like, just to really get out of that mind state of letting it bother her. You know, she needs to go in this thing as a new approach. Like, you got to go in there as a smarter Zhang Weili, not a totally different Zhang Weili, but a new and improved Weili. The same Weili, but improved. I think Carla has taken the time she's needed. You know, she's went back to school and worked on her game, you know, been humble enough to climb up the top, fight, you know, fight some tough fights, some close fights here and there, and then go in there and just level up and demolish Xiaonan, you know, to leave no doubt. You know, that was her whole thing, was like, I got to go in here and get a stoppage, because if I don't, they might deny the title shot. But it seemed like they're still trying to hold up on the title shot. So what else could be holding this thing up, man? Like, why is this the one title shot that they're holding up? Like, we thought Lauren wasn't going to get a title shot. You know, we thought Carla was going to be inked in before Lauren. But Valentina Lauren is signed. It's ready to go in a couple months. You know, Valentina was on a supposedly 180-day suspension, but she's back. She'll be back. Her and Rose fought on the same day, so why not? You know, why not go ahead and announce something for Rose? I mean, this is the easiest time to do it, man. Like, I defended my belt successfully. Okay. Who's my next title contender? Well, this person here who just won their title eliminator. They won 5 fights in a row. Okay, that's self-explanatory. You know, they just did that for Valentina. You know, Lauren Murphy. She's won her 5 fights. Let's ink her in. What else needs to be said, right? That's why I just don't get that. Like, they think there's money to be made so much in this Zhang Weili rematch, but I think Zhang Weili is good to go after Carla. Like, she and Rose will fight again someday. Like, it will happen again someday, and it will be probably soon. Ravioli, let's see. He said, I know this is off topic, but I'm salty the UFC let Paulo Costa blatantly duck Cannonier to fight Vettori. Yeah, Costa needs some names, man. Like, Costa, Cannonier would be a good fight. I'd have to ride with Cannonier on that fight, and that's why they that's why they chose Vettori instead. Because I would put money on Cannonier to win that. At 2B said rematch has a win. rematch has a win over Rose 5-fight win streak against all ranked opponents. She stopped number 3, 2, and 1. First round stoppage. The list goes on. Yeah. Carla's already stopped her before, you know, and then she's taken 7 years back to come back, man. Yeah, I agree, Mark. If I was Carla, I would not take any other fight except a title shot. She's worked too hard to get back to the top. It's like the planets have aligned for it, right? Took 7 years, but it's aligned for it. So yeah, I would not fight Xiong. I would not fight her, or I would not fight Joanna. I'd be like, y'all trying to set me up here. No way. Yeah, not at all, man. I think it's only fair that Carla gets her shot, and it needs to happen now. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have for tonight, man. That's really all I wanted to talk about. Invicta card, Rodriguez, Dern, Jan, and what else? Yeah, we talked Rose and Carla. So yeah, that's about it for me. I mean, there's other stuff I gotta cover now. Tatiana out the doggone fight, man. Shoot, that's sad news, man. What else? Yeah, who said Lemos Waterson? No, I didn't see that fight. I didn't see that fight up here. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Lemos Waterson, I don't see it anywhere, y'all. Anybody else see it? I don't see it. If you looking for it or not. I see Walt Harris coming back in October though. Yeah, y'all, I don't see it anywhere. I mean, that fight makes sense. That fight makes sense. That'd be Amanda Lemos' top 10 fighter. You know, she'd be in there then, man. You know, get that fight, and we good to go. But let's see. I don't know, man. With issues with Tatiana, it's really hard to say when she'll be back, man. It's just been so rough on her, yo, that I really can't say, man, like when they'll be able to reschedule. Jason Rose, all right, take care. Take care. Yeah, I'm about to actually get up out of here in a minute. You know, I've been on here about an hour and a half now. I think we talked about a lot of stuff. I just want to check on a couple of things here. As far as fight week, what do we got this week too? I mean, I'll be back on Friday. I'm gonna come back on Friday for sure, but let me see what we got to look forward to this weekend real quick. Okay. Oh yeah, Nico and Xiaonan Wu fight. All right. Not like major fights, but we got Nico Montano and Xiaonan Wu. Then we got Jin Yu Fry versus Ashley Yoder. Then you got Cheyenne Bays versus Gloria DePaula. That might be a good matchup. I think that's a good matchup. Lower level straw weights. You know, the lower level straw weights. Gloria DePaula's coming off that loss, right? That's crazy. Gloria DePaula's on the main card, but Jinyu Fry will beat her. I don't understand things. That's why I said, Mr. Lee, why is Bai on the main card? And why is Gloria DePaula on the main card? They both lost. Cheyenne Bays lost to Ruiz, and Gloria DePaula lost to Jinyu Frey, but yet Jinyu Frey is on the undercard. Oh, I lost a lot of respect for McGregor with that, Tehran. Like, when he took shots at his father, man, that's, I lost a lot of respect for him. Even like the stuff he's been saying to Dustin Poirier's family, I lost a lot of respect for him, man. What respect I had. But, he's about done. That guy's about done. There's just something mentally wrong with him. I think that money, when you get to a certain level, it kind of takes you to places you don't need to be, man. I really some people think he's good for the game, but I don't know, man. Like, he's just too much sometimes. Like, that's just taking it too far, talking about somebody's father that's passed, man. Yeah, Ravioli, it's not really one of the fight nights I'm looking forward to, man. I mean, for real. Like, Cheyenne Bays and Gloria DePaula on the main card, coming off of losses. Then you put Jinyu Frey on the bottom, and she beat Gloria DePaula. Y'all picked Jinyu Frey to win that fight? I said she would. Yeah. Now, I think I did. I can't remember. I knew that style matchup, it would be a fight for Jinyu Frey to win. Yeah, I think they will do the fourth, and I think Dustin, he's going to do the same thing, man. Like, Dustin's ground game is better. Dustin's leg kicks are way better, and his left hand was nice. Like, that overhand left he landed, the combination he landed on McGregor, when he rocked McGregor in, like, the pocket, and, like, McGregor kind of, like, folded up, and that's when they went to the ground. Like, Dustin Poirier's ground, like, his grounding power was ruthless on McGregor, so I don't see much of anything that McGregor's going to do to upset Dustin Poirier. I mean, this is the fourth fight. Come on, like, Dustin Poirier, he knows Conor better than he knows himself now. Like, I think Dustin Poirier is just too much, man. About that Derek Lewis fight, Tehran and Gain, I don't know, man. I was kind of looking at Lewis to win, but this Gain, man, he looking good to me, man. I was looking at somebody. How you pronounce his name? Is it Cyril? How they pronounce it? Cyril or Cyril? I always just call him Gain. I always miss how Buffer announces him, but I think Gain is very athletic, man, for a heavyweight, man. That dude, he's in good shape. I mean, he's fast. Guy's got some nice body kicks too. So Derek Lewis might have some problems. And then you just factor in he is undefeated too. I mean, the fact that he's undefeated, he's kind of Toronto. I'm looking at games more so closely. Like, I'm just taking the time. Like, I was looking at some of his stuff last night, and I'm looking at how Gaines has been able to just move in and out. Like, every time I'm looking at some of his fights, he already has his opponent down, and he's usually knocking him out. But looking at some of his movement, I've seen how Gaines was just able to be in and out. And if he can avoid the inside, he might stop Derek Lewis easy. Like, Derek Lewis got a mean uppercut. It's mad punching power. That's a mean uppercut. But if Gang can use body kicks and set up a straight punch and move, or just take away Derek Lewis's legs, like rip them, lick them. Derek Lewis got kind of small legs, So if you could take away Derek Lewis's foundation and take him to the ground, I think Lewis. No, well, I think Gang can beat Lewis in 2 game plans. I think he can beat him on the ground, or I think he could beat him from the outside. But mid-range and in the pocket, that's more so Derek Lewis's thing. He can set up nice punches from the incoming fighter. Yeah, he gonna have to. Yeah, he could beat him by. I think with the right setup, he could probably stop Derek Lewis. I think we get him on the ground, but you gotta stay away, man. He said Gang would be a bad matchup for Francis. Maybe in a few more fights. Yeah, maybe in a few more fights, I'd have to really look at him again and just say, oh, let me see. But yeah, he could be a bad matchup just because of his movement. His cardio seems to be a little bit better than Ngannou's. Well, I'd say pre-first fight with Stipe. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Gang touching them legs, that's gonna be a big game plan to getting Derek Lewis out of there. I think if you want to knock Derek Lewis out, I mean, if he goes for the legs and then go up top, yeah, we could see a stoppage. But a decision could be in the picture because you want to be cautious of the power too. So shoot, I know DC got him out of there, man. DC took him to the ground. That wrestling boy, he choked old Derek Lewis out, man. Got him up out of there, man. But yeah, man. That's pretty much it though, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Got to take care of some business. And yeah, I wonder why my boy John Jones coming back when he hasn't fought since February 2020. Yeah, John Jones though, he's been training. John Jones is one of those fighters that stays ready. I think he can come back anytime, and he might look a little rusty, but I don't think he ever slows down. Like, I think he always has enough. It's dangerous now. I ain't gonna lie, it's a dangerous game, but John Jones always has enough skill and knowledge to beat his opponents and know how to defeat them, even on the cards. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to watch some more. Games fights in a minute, man. I'm about to pull up some more games fights when I get off of here, man. I'm just like, I was really impressed with his movement. Yeah, I think Jones will do well at heavyweight. Yeah, he's got the IQ to be a heavyweight. He's got the defense. He's got it all. Mark Robinson said this is going to be Barber and Maverick. It's going back to Barber and Maverick a bit. But what do you think about judges giving each fighter one round in a close fight so they can hold their judgment until round 3? I think that's messed up. I think that's kind of a stupid idea, really, Mark. I mean, you got to give it to the person that's whooping up, that's whooping behind, man. Like, you can't just do the placeholder to make the last round their judgment, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think that's cool. Like, it's like they were dying to find a round to give her, so they gave her the second round. Like, no, Maverick did enough to win the first round, 1 round, second round. She had 2 rounds. That's it. I would never do that. Like, when I score these fights, when I'm sitting down, I go ahead and place my card. Like, when I be doing these little cards on my little yellow post-it, I'd be like, all right, I'm giving that round to so and so. Give that round to whoever. Yeah, Tehran. Down south, yes. Yes. Not down south, but yeah, south. Jones will get knocked out by the Predator. Yeah, I think that is what happened, Marcus, but I don't think that's cool by itself. Miranda won round 2, but because Maverick won round 1, round 2 is close, they gave it to Barber. Yeah. These judges don't be scoring round by round like we think they are. Sometimes they hedge bets. Yeah, it do seem that way. I think that's what it is, man. Yeah, cause I'm scoring it round by round. I think they doing it like an overall fight thing. All right, Tehran rep in Mississippi. Okay. M-I, crooked letter I. Yep. Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't like that style though. I really don't like that style of scoring like that. That ain't right, man. You just gotta go down the list, score round by round, man. When 1 round's over, that's it. That's for that person. Second round, if that person won it, that's it. It's like they can't stomach the idea that somebody's bagged a unanimous decision in the first 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Like when Miranda had round 1 and 2, it was like, oh shoot, like dang, she already won the fight. It's supposed to be Macy's fight. But that's messed up, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Good conversation again, good news. I'm gonna go back in here and watch some fights now while I chill out. Yeah, we'll be back on Friday, round 7. Actually, we're gonna watch some fights. We're gonna do some round by rounds, maybe. I haven't did one in a while, but maybe we're gonna do that. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody always bringing up some good points. Yeah, so like always, man, make sure y'all subscribe. And I am about to get up out of here. It's already dark now. Let's see. Yeah, if y'all ain't watched the stream now, go ahead and leave your comment in the comment section for later. And yeah, like always, Combo Breaker 99. I am out. See y'all Friday. Subscribe. Peace.